Ahora de Cuba la Bella, del Palacio de los Jugos, los chicharrones. Los vecinos aquí se enteran de todo.
Mi vecina es la CDR en Cuba.
Y en verdad no hay nothing that you can do. Chacleteras sin llames con corbata.
Aquí yo vendo hot dog, pero en Cuba yo era médico.
Les saco el dedo y digo Q. Sweet home Hialeah. Solo 30 minutos de Levallo. Oh, sweet home Hialeah. I hate your traffic, but I love you. Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to another edition of East 10th Street Boys. I'm your host, Bobby El Gringo, and that there is Alex the Boy. Alex, you're muted. How the hell are you?
I will be productive. I unmute myself, right?
A little bit.
Show. I'm doing good, buddy. I'm doing good. Relaxed today in my living room because my kids are sleeping. My wife is sleeping, so this is the only section I have to produce. So.
The best of all worlds. The wife and children awesome. Sleeping. Nothing's more peaceful than that.
Amazing. We love them. We love them. But this is just Hialeah time. Hialeah.
That's right. That's right. Oh, man. So it's been a little eventful, I guess, in regard to sports. Dolphins hired an offensive line coach. The Miami Heat don't do a damn thing at the trade deadline except trade Deadman. We're going to touch on that. The Super Bowl yesterday.
Great
Batman
game.
comes back in the flash. Michael Keaton is back. A lot of cool stuff. But we're going to start off first with some sports talk. We're going to talk Miami Dolphins. And something I found interesting that was reported. We know who the quarterback right now as starter is pegged is. It's Tua. We know he's going to be our starting quarterback next season. That's not up for debate. What's up for debate is who's going to be the insurance policy if or when he gets hurt. So there's been talk about Teddy Bridgewater coming back. I don't know if that excites anybody. I mean, what's up, Dave? There's talk of Jimmy G, who's obviously connected with Mike McDaniel. Makes a lot of sense, familiar with the offense. Another name that was out there who's currently signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers, former first-round pick Mitch Trubisky. Yes.
But the Busky.
Mitch Trubisky. So Mitch Trubisky, I find like when I tap it just goes out. Another option that's been thrown around by not only, and I've seen a couple times with experts, but a lot with fans, is going the rookie route, and that's maybe Hendon Hooker out of Tennessee. Who he's a first-round talent, but because of injury concerns, could be sliding down the draft boards. What's up, John? Good to see you, brother. Everyone,
we see a consensus here.
Yeah, we see a consensus, and we get it. But let me just say, everybody, you're watching East 10th Street Boys straight out of Hialeah on the Fitz Talk Sports Network. We appreciate you all tuning in, whether you're watching on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube. Smash that like and subscribe button. What's up, Batman Pops? What's up, brother? Yes.
Hialeah.
Yeah. So I know a lot of people on, Mitch Trubisky has not had a good run. Chicago, Pittsburgh, he didn't do well at all. And who knows if it had to do with Pittsburgh or him, but I mean, the writing's on the wall. But he is, last season, about 1,200 yards, 4 touchdowns, 5 picks. Here's the thing, guys. Who, if not Mitch Trubisky as a backup, this is not a starter, as a backup, then who? Who do we want to sign that will make everybody happy? if you don't want someone to challenge Tua for the starting spot, Mitch Trubisky might make sense. Couple games, but if you go get somebody like Jimmy G, if and when Tua's down, if and when Tua struggles next season, you don't think that some fans are gonna pound the table for him to come in?
That's my one concern. That's my one concern there.
That's what I'm saying. So if it's a backup role, I don't. What's up, What's up, Rob? Rob of DolphinsThirsty.com. If you're thirsty for Dolphins content, go to DolphinsThirsty.com.
That was great. That was perfect. That was a perfect.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Not even a paid advertisement. Yeah, that's right. I roll it out.
You just roll it out. Just bring your straw.
Evan, are you going to the Elimination Chamber? Oh, Evan's in the house. Good to see him. But that's my thing. I know a lot of people are quick to say no to Mitch Trubisky. But my thing is, to me, it makes sense because it's a backup. Who would you feel more comfortable? Let me ask you, Alex.
Yeah.
Would you feel more comfortable with Mitch Trubisky, young quarterback, never really had it fair, and he struggled. There's no doubt he struggled. He hasn't lived up to his first-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Or would you rather have Teddy Bridgewater, who everybody saw how he was last season with the Dolphins?
I would talk Chad Henne out of retirement. I will ask Chad Henne if he wants to come back for one more year.
That's interesting. I know.
No, that's just me eating shit. But realistically, you saw what Bridgewater gives you, okay? You're not that confident really in him. You don't want any controversy at all. Like you mentioned, that's the number one thing. Even though, obviously, Tua is your starter, and I fully believe, watching the Super Bowl, to me, I just kept thinking how much fun it's going to be when next year the Dolphins are in the AFC Championship with the Chiefs. That's how much I believe in this team, the way it's set up, obviously with a Fangio addition. But one thing that it always intrigues me is to make sure you need to have a backup quarterback that is your confirmed backup quarterback. You don't want any controversy, kind of like the Jalen Hurts situation in Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts went down, but you knew Jalen Hurts is your quarterback. There's no controversy of when he's coming back. Is he still going to be your quarterback? Blah, 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 blah. So you kind of want a veteran quarterback with Jimmy G. But the options that you gave me, realistically, honestly, I would be comfortable with Trubisky. I have no problem with him.
I'm not either. And let me just say, because the wife is watching. And what did I have? What I had for dinner? I had sausage bread, leftovers from last night. It's always good the second day.
God.
Sausage
Jesus
bread.
Christ,
Yes.
sausage bread. I never eaten sausage bread until your mom made it, and it's amazing.
Right?
Delicious.
I'm telling you.
Delicious.
Yes, it's unbelievable.
I actually have vaca frita today.
There you go.
Frijoles, vaca frita.
See, but nobody knows what the hell you're talking about unless they've lived it.
At all.
That's the thing.
Google
Sausage
it.
bread you kind of figure it out with the name. Sausage bread. Sausage in bread. You wrap it up with mozzarella.
Vaca frita translates to fried cow.
A steak.
Not just no, it's like shredded. Remember, it's like shredded steak, a lot of lemon, onions. Google it, guys. Google
Dave,
it.
you come up to Tennessee, brother. I'll hook you up, man. I'll make you some sausage bread, dude. We got you, man. Steve, good. Steve
Rogers,
Miami Springs Senior High alum in the house. He knows what it's like about Hialeah. Good to have him.
what he says there, right there, $8 billion base salary. That's what Pittsburgh obviously is. If he's released, well, is he gonna?
If he gets cut,
the situation?
Because he
gets cut, right?
But let me just say this. Let me just look at the number. Let me just say this. Okay, this is backup quarterback we're talking about.
Exactly.
Okay.
How much
last year? Again,
5 million?
12. Say what?
How much you would pay Bridgewater last year? 5 million or 6 million?
Yeah, 5 million. Yeah.
Okay, guaranteed.
So, last year with Pittsburgh, he didn't have 1,200 yards, 4 touchdowns, 5 picks. And Buffalo the year prior, he was a backup. He had no chance to get in, which is the best case scenario for any team for a backup.
Exactly.
Last year in Chicago, which was in 2020, he had 2,055 yards, 16 touchdowns, 8 picks. 17 touchdowns, 10 picks the year prior with 3,000 yards and about 3,200 yards, 24 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. And he's 29 years old next season. Okay? If Tua goes down and Trubisky comes in, unless Trubisky turns around his career, there's no way no one's going to say he's going to be the starter. You sign someone like a Jimmy G, again, the point is, or Baker Mayfield, or, what any of those guys. Or Chad Henne, no. Chad Henne's the backup. You know that.
Bob, how do you feel about Andy Dalton? Just throwing that out there. if he is, because the Saints, I think the Saints are obviously going to make a play for Derek Carr once he's released.
Oh,
but how do you feel about Andy Dalton as a backup quarterback? Just throwing the name out there.
Yeah, as a backup.
Yeah.
I don't, you know what I mean? It doesn't bother me. Again, a veteran, a former starter, that matters in the NFL to me for a backup quarterback. Someone who's had experience, someone who's been there, dealt with it. I mean, and these are backup quarterbacks. Somebody you
Exactly.
see Andy Dalton or Mitch Trubisky, they go, "Yuck! What? This is not your starting quarterback, people."
Yeah.
But yeah, more than likely, he might have to start a game with Tua's history, but he's a backup.
Yeah.
You know, do the Dolphins want to have a quarterback controversy on their hands?
No.
I don't think so. So
yeah, not this year.
Let's see how Andy Dalton. He started most of last season as the Saints quarterback, I believe. Let's pull this up.
Oh, Jameis Winston's another option, but I believe Jameis Winston should have the possibility of starting.
I wouldn't be surprised if he goes back to Tampa.
Freezing cold takes. Now, Bob, do you think Derek Carr does Tampa make a play for Derek Carr, or do they just go young? Because they still have a decent competitive roster.
Freezing cold takes. It down. I didn't see that. That's pretty good. I don't know. I think it's the Saints. I think he's going to New Orleans, Derek Carr. I don't. Dave might be a better one to answer that question. Canada
Dave,
does not like Hialeah.
What do you think, Dave? I mean, David already knows Rodgers going to the Jets, so we already know that it's going to be fun.
Yeah, he. But Dalton last year, as most of the time starting, had 2,871 yards, 18 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
I mean, and again, backup quarterback. So let me ask this: would you guys rather have Andy Dalton or Mitch Trubisky?
I'd rather have Andy Dalton.
There you go. So, and whoever answers there can answer. So,
Red Rocket, baby.
Right. There you go. Oh, Alex is going to start the trend. Start Dalton.
No, you know, I'm a two now.
Hey, let me ask you this. And since we got our Dolphin fans in the house, we're talking Dolphins, we're talking Heat, we're straight out of Hialeah, East 10th Street boys. Neither. All right, John, throw a name out there, brother. Neither. Throw a name.
Dave, you're saying he's going to New Orleans. Is that Carr?
Carr. He's talking about Carr.
Okay.
Or
Rodgers.
For Minshew, Gordon Minshew.
Ooh, I don't mind him at all.
Okay. It would be cheap. It'd probably be cheaper than Trubisky, I think.
He said it right here. It's true. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers is either going to Vegas or the Jets, according to Dave.
Okay.
So we spoke earlier. That's how I'm aware. Dave's opinion.
It's true. For example, in Vegas, he has Devontae Adams, but obviously in the Jets, he has Nathaniel Hackett. So there is.
Well, the Jets, and I hate to say it, the Jets have an absolutely talented football team.
And
defensively, offensively. You add a quarterback, you got Breece Hall, you got Wilson, that defense with Sauce Gardner and company. You add Rodgers in there, that little bit of spice, and then you become a little bit worried if you're a Dolphins fan. Dolphins shouldn't be worried. Dolphin fans should be.
Fine.
But let me ask this, Alex, because we grew up on this guy. We're a big fan of him, but I haven't got your opinion on this. Were you able to see Tua's interview with Dan Le Batard this past week?
No, I haven't seen it actually.
Okay. Did you know? Do you have any
in Radio Row?
Yeah, Radio Row. Yeah.
When he was I saw part of it was two guys when they were talking about Tua and all that. But I didn't see the full interview.
He got a lot of heat. He got a lot of heat because towards the end. He got a lot of heat towards the end because he told Tua or asking Tua questions about, obviously about the concussion problems or, was anybody concerned? Were your wife, your child, the mother of your child, your parents? He said, of course, everybody was concerned, blah, 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 blah. And then he said, because of in regards of dying on the field, started saying, were they concerned because you could have died on the field, and then the guy asked him next to Tua, said, and I'm paraphrasing here because I don't have it in front of me. Rob's discussing it now, where he said, oh, did anybody talk to you about dying? Did anybody talk about that? And you could kind of tell that Tua got uncomfortable at that point. At least his body language to me kind of slumped. He was kind of like, eh. And so Le Batard, who's one of the best one of the best, one of our idol, in regards of sports talk, same thing with McAfee. But it really was kind of cringeworthy. And afterwards, Tua left the building. He was supposed to interview with multiple people. They made fun because they were talking about Chris Sims, but supposedly Chris Sims and that other, I'm forgetting his name now, from Pro Football Talk, were supposed to have an interview with him, and he ended up leaving. So I know you haven't seen it, but just the paraphrase story of it. I don't think, I can understand asking that. I think it's fair to ask questions about, how was your family? How are you doing? Were you nervous? Did you consider retiring? I think the spot of talking about death and saying, dying on the field, I think that was a little overboard. What are you thinking?
I have to hear to see what Tony was asking, because obviously I love Levitard, and I know in Radio Row was Billy Gill and Stugatz. So obviously they always make the play for the joke and good humor, dark humor. So we're familiar with that. But I can see where someone will get uncomfortable, especially with the whole situation, obviously, with the Bills cornerback, basically literally dying on the field. They're being revived on the field and on the way to the hospital. So I can understand that part. I still have to see the interview to give you an honest response, because it could have been after a follow-up question where they were joking about it or whatnot. But the follow-up, you can, by the way you describe it, maybe he was bothered by it or started not second guessing, but getting in his head in regards to it. But I don't know, man. At the end of the day, what Tua went through this year,
I like that, Dave.
You can't help, but me putting myself in that situation as an athlete, I had 3 concussions in a matter of a year. I understand medically I am not prone to concussions, but psychologically, I am going to remember that part of the times when I do get hit on the field. So I do believe that takes effect on a player if it's a continuous situation. And then it might derail your career or end it prematurely, like Troy Aikman, Steve Young suffered from concussion problems later in his career. So I'm pretty sure that's something in the back of his mind. But to respond to your question, I would have to see the interview to see when the context it was asked. But if he was bothered by it and you can tell, then obviously something's going to linger a little bit for him in the offseason.
Let me just say, if you guys heard my daughter back there, it's my youngest, the 1-year-old. Remember, this is a laid-back atmosphere. This is like Alex and I back in the day, sitting in the 305, sitting on the front porch, talking sports, talking life, talking whatever. And you got kids, you got cats fighting in the street, in the alley. Yeah. You hear the it sounds like a cat rape, but it's just cats fighting.
It's just cat casual checks.
Yeah, that's right. There's all it's all you hear the music and then you get some gunshots, all that when it's just regular highly alive.
Good old time. You'll see my dad here feeding my dog. He was feeding him Jello. It's just following him around.
And that's why Alex's microphone is a little glitchy. It's because it's highly a microphone. Okay,
that's true.
It's
I don't even have a microphone.
Oh, you see it? There it is. But let me ask this, because never liked the show, but to each their own. I'm more of a Joe Rose, Tobin, and Leroy guy. To each their own is right. I love Joe Rose growing up.
Yeah.
Tobin, I didn't really pay attention to. But Lepetard, Lepetard's fun, dude. He's laid back.
Tobin is awesome.
I can't respond. I can't talk about Tobin because I haven't watched him. I know who he is, but I haven't.
But it's funny. Tobin is kind of in the mold of Levitard in that regard, with Mike Ryan and Chris Cody. It's kind of like that same ambiance at times. But I understand what Thirst is saying. It's a little bit more serious, more sport oriented in that aspect. I love the show. I love the laid back, this kind of like this, where you're just hanging out. And they were kind of the ones that really started that genre. And then McAfee took off.
McAfee rolled with it and made it his own and freaking capitalized on it.
Every podcast, which is amazing, because you have a lot of people that never in their mind in a million years they think that they could be on radio or do podcasts because of their appearance or the way of speaking. Now you feel comfortable when you do it. So it's pretty cool. I don't mind.
So let's roll very quick, and we could come back to Dolphins talk if people throw their comments in there. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the Miami Heat. Dave's 76ers, they got Dedmon. Dave's very happy about that.
They keep on losing, man. They lost the Super Bowl. And they signed Dedmon.
What's wrong with Dedmon, man? What's the Thirsty is a 2 in here. Dave, I'm Steve. That's awesome. What's wrong with where's the hate on Dedmon all of a sudden? I thought he did really well for us.
He did really well for us in the last few years, but this year, Bob, he's become unplayable. He's a negative. He's a plus minus. He's a negative every time he's on the court. He doesn't have the same mobility that he once had. He'll just start chucking up shots randomly. Literally every time that Bam would walk out of the court, he'd be subbed out. We were up 10. The moment he came back, the moment Denman steps on the floor, automatically within 2 minutes, you're down, you're even, you're tied. So those are things that Denman became unplayable, and basically it needed to be. You just had to have injuries or not, or Orlando Robinson hurt as the backup five. The reason we signed Denman this year and the reason Denman got $5 million is because he was a tradable contract. That was the whole point of signing Denman. That was supposed to be a package deal.
But it didn't end up being a tradable contract because they had to pay money to get him out.
Well, the problem, they did that because the dumping grounds was going to be San Antonio. They weren't sure if San Antonio was going to acquire more contracts and fill up. So they did it prematurely, not risking the fact that we have
Dolphin ear.
Dolphins.
Sorry, I see your guys' comments. I don't want to interrupt Alex, but I think that's really great.
When you trade that contract, people think about, oh yeah, they have to give up a second round pick. For us, second round picks are nothing. You saw what second round picks were going for in the draft. People getting traded for 5 second round picks. We value more unrestricted free agents than second round picks realistically. So I didn't mind that at all. And the reason you did, I love that move in the aspect of that was probably the only move that we could do at the time, but it frees you that cap space that you're going to sign now for a buyout player, and it does give you the option to have, you still have your mid-level exception or your biannual exception, and by trading them and you acquire a trade exception. So those are all exceptions you can use while you're a cap team, so you don't go over the hard cap. And that's one thing that I want to mention, because people keep doing this. The Heat, they were doing this since the cap started, and cap penalties and taxes. The Heat, I believe, are 5th or 6th in paying taxes, because we keep getting the saying that Mickey's not going to pay the tax. Next year, we will be a tax team. This year is pointless to go into the tax because it would initiate the repeaters tax, which is at a higher percentage rate. If we can still have a competitive team and not go over the tax, which is what we're going to do, there's no reason to start the count this year, because next year, by default, you're going to be a tax team.
Let me ask you this. It might sound like blasphemy, but I'm going to ask this.
Right.
We're going to move forward.
Yeah.
Is Riley losing his touch?
No, man, not at
all. There's that report that he slept. He fell asleep through a trade.
That was a bit bullshit report, and people just went over it. And
is it
about it? Of course,
really?
Man. Of course, it came out. They already defunct it. There was no way he was sleeping in the middle of a trade. That was just bullshit reporting.
Okay.
But the thing is, realistically, I don't mind, as a true basketball fan or understanding the game. I didn't mind the non-move because the market this year, to move Lowry's contract and to move Robinson's contract, you were going to have to overpay. Lowry's contract is going to be more valuable this offseason when it's an expiring deal, kind of like what Westbrook's situation was. And I don't mind the move because I understand the transition that we're going through right now. We're still going to get someone from the buyout market. Realistically, it could be Westbrook. They're talking about Ibaka. Obviously, Ibaka's much older, so it'll just be kind of like a serviceable backup per se. But they're still waiting for the buyout market to establish itself. Right now, it's very thin still. And you're going to have people that Reggie Jackson already know where he's going. Pat Beverly's in the buyout, so they're all negotiating. Russell Westbrook's going to be the big dominant of in the buyout market, in my opinion. People talking about the Bulls, possibly the Clippers. I honestly believe it's between the Clippers and the Heat. I don't think he's going to consider the Bulls. Obviously, the relationship with Billy Donovan is going to help, but and DeRozan at times. But I don't really see a situation where I understand the necessity to make a move, but I believe one of the best moves that we made this season, in regards to now Kyle Lowry being out, possibly all of February, some of March. It could be coincidental. It could be orchestrated, because Gabe Vincent is going to be your starting partner for the remaining of the year. I don't care if Lowry comes back or not. Gabe Vincent will be the starter. Now you have the blueprint. When Lowry comes back, you have the excuse that he's going to be your backup point guard to not interrupt the flow. And anybody that's been seeing the Heat games, this offense is free flowing. When Vincent is starting out there, that starting unit is free.
So
and it's not stagnant.
Gotcha. All right. So let's have a little fun here. Okay, guys, let me remind
Cool.
everybody who's ever tuning in, whether Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, watching East 10th Street Boys with Alex the Boy and Bobby El Gringo on the Fitz Talk Sports Network. Smash that like and subscribe button. Talk Heat, talk Dolphins. We could get back to that as the show goes on, but let's have a little fun. Last week, we were talking movies. We got sidetracked, but that's what was the heart of this show, what we wanted to do. Not just sports, but just talk life and everything else. So Alex and I were talking movies. We got some questions in, and we got into horror movies. And Alex brought up horror movies, and he said his favorite horror movie is Saw.
Serious.
So
exactly.
let me ask everyone watching right now, what's your favorite horror movies? Alex, you say Saw. Why?
I love psychological thrillers. And what I love about Saw, it's a horror movie, but it's more a psychological thriller where the person always has a chance, always has to make a choice what he's willing to sacrifice in order to continue to live. And at times, that's decisions that people face day to day. And it's basically being held accountable for your actions or your inconsiderations at a certain point. So I just love the way, at the end of the day, it's always your decision what you want to do and what you're willing to do. And still, obviously, in the horror spectrum, because it's not really, oh, I'm going to get you. It's just there's horror in it because of the ambiance, and it's just what do you call it? It's a little spooky when you put the video in or you put the tape. So I just love.
For me, I put his picture in there. So I grew up on horror movies. You know, when I moved to Hialeah, I remember sitting at the foot. It's my favorite horror movies to his career. Come on, Dave. Come on, man. Packer fan talking trash. So, we used to sit on the foot of the bed and watch horror movies. I remember Amityville Horror with oh my gosh, what is his name?
Ryan Reynolds?
No, boy, I was a kid. Come on, man. The original, the best
remake,
one.
Right? That was a remake.
That's the remake. Yeah, the original one. The guy who played Thanos' dad. The guy who played Thanos' his father. I'm losing his name right now. But anyway, I just remember the music was so cheerful, but it was so creepy because you knew it was a demon house. That was one of my favorites growing up. I had Freddy Krueger. I had the Freddy Krueger collection, but my favorite horror movies are always the Halloween movies with Michael Myers.
Yeah,
love that.
Did you watch the last one?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, right when it came out, watched it on Peacock. Watched it, tuned in. But let me do this because we're talking horror movies. That
is like the most unmanliest thing. Whoever named that, like, what are you doing here? I'm watching the series on Peacock. Okay.
I really enjoy the Peacock channel. I was like, wait, what? Josh Brolin, thanks, babe. So Aaron Rodgers in the darkness. That's a good one, Rob. Rob's been on a roll, dude. I mean, on Real Talk, Vince Talk, that dude was going off. I mean, it was just great to see. I mean, once he gets on a roll, he's rolling. That's Jeepers true. Creepers. Yo, hey, you know what?
Underrated.
Jeepers Creepers. When I was watching that with my wife, was my fiance at the time. I think I think we watched it together. I may have had I introduced her to a lot of movies, but I remember watching that, and I remember that when there was the scene where they were driving and they saw him dumping the bodies, and they see him dumping the bodies in the little chute. Mm-hmm. And that didn't really bother me. But when you see that freaking truck coming from behind, that's when I was like, oh, this movie sucks. I'm like not sucks, but in a good way. Like, oh, it's creeping me the hell out. I
don't know if you remember this one. There was a movie. I forgot what it was called.
The Descent. I think she told me about that.
One of the worst scenes. One of the most graphic scenes to me. When the guy, it's like a movie about a hotel, and the guy gets tied to two 18-wheelers. I don't know if it was, and it wasn't Saw. It was something else. And he just he literally gets snapped in half by the hip. I forgot. I gotta find out where the movie is. He gets tied up to one 18-wheeler or a tow truck on one end. So it's both cars going opposite directions, and his body just gets snapped in half.
No, the only one I could think of that was Owen Wilson. I think it was House on Haunted Hill. Was it House on Haunted Hill?
Oh no, it wasn't that one. It was.
He got cut in half. The thing came off and sliced him. God. But another one, I like found films. like found footage. There was the Blair Witch.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my favorites was the first ever Paranormal Activity.
Paranormal Activity. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I want to turn back the clock.
Boop, boop.
We're talking horror movies here, but I'm turning back the clock and telling a story about when I was in college. I was living with my girlfriend, my wife now. Alex came to visit me in Orlando, and we said we wanted to go see a movie at the theater. So we saw Paranormal Activity. And there was promotions of it, but there wasn't really any kind of interviews or nothing like that. So we went into this movie, and of course the movie was perfect in regards of suspense.
It was amazing.
Every day, the found footage, there was something that happened. The little shadow, a little wind move, and you go, "What the hell?" And then of course it goes to the end, and it just so anyway, we're leaving the theater, and we're creeped the hell out. We're just going off. And
mind you, it was like 2:00 in the morning.
It was 2. Yeah, we watched it later. So we get home or get back to the apartment. Alex is staying on the couch. Ty and I get ready. We go to bed. But when Alex went to go in the shower, when Alex takes a shower, the dude goes for 3 hours. I mean, it's like he's gonna be gone for a while. You have time. Do whatever you're going to do. Go grocery shopping. Go eat dinner. Do whatever. And but yeah, you got time. So I knew I had a little bit of time, and we left that theater. We were very Anaconda. That was really good. But we were all creeped out. Alex asked me, he goes, "Dude, was that real? Was that because you didn't know? We know it was like
you didn't know
real,
but
it was like, but it was the way it ended. He was like, holy crap!" So anyway, Alex goes to take a shower. I go to the living room. I go to a static channel, like, and I make it very loud. I raise it up to like 100, and I turn it off. And I take the remote with me. So I got my remote in my bedroom. So Alex comes out. We talk for a little while. Tati goes to bed. We turn off all the lights. I say goodnight. We hug it out. He goes to the couch. He's on his phone. His head's towards the hallway. He's on his phone. I go to my room. All the lights are off. So Tati.
And you waited a few minutes.
I waited a little bit. I waited until you were comfortable and relaxed. You had no idea what was going on. I opened the door slightly, and I did like an army crawl. I slowly.
And what's scary, so you don't have to see. I'm sleeping on the sofa, but right next to me is a sliding glass door to the street, like literally right next to the.
It was completely dark. The only light that was there was his phone. And I remember I walked out there, I turned on that TV, and I think and he went, "What the fuck?" It was great. It was great. Laughed my ass off. It was amazing. So that was a good memory.
Oh, dude, I still remember. It was so funny because I'm just there hanging out, and my first reaction when I saw it, like you get spooked, but obviously just seeing this movie, you're like, no.
Hold on, dude. Holy crap. Oh gosh, Alex, it's been a while. You okay? Yeah, I'm washing my hair. Water commences to switch. Hey,
it's a deep rinse.
It's a deep rinse. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Tati, see, she always has to go and throw a little thing in there. I could still crawl. I mean, it's slow, but I could crawl. The hip. And Dave is going through that, Tot. So you're talking trash on Dave. Shame on you.
Yeah, he can crawl. He can't get up, but he can crawl.
It takes me a while to get up. Rob says it's tough for an alleged adult to admit this, but he's watching Monday Night Raw while listening to us. You know what? That's cool,
good.
Rob.
I'm
good with that, brother. I'm cool with that.
I still watch cartoons.
It's a fat man rule. Oh man. So yeah, let's go turn it back the clock. Okay, so Dave's gonna like this. So last night at the Super Bowl, I was, obviously everybody, it was a great game, big time win by the Chiefs. Philadelphia put one hell of a fight. Okay. But what's really great was, of course, the commercials. Everybody loves the commercials. A lot of people watch the Super Bowl just for the commercials, and another group of people will watch it just for the halftime show. One of the coolest things, I didn't get to see Guardians of the Galaxy yet, the trailer for it, but the new Flash movie trailer came out. Did you see that, Alex?
Yes, sir. Just the fact that Michael Keaton is Batman again, that right there sold everything.
Yes, when he goes, yeah, I'm Batman. I went. My wife comes in. We don't have cable because we're saving money. So we have applications to watch our stuff. So she finds out, oh, do you know where the Super Bowl's playing? And I tell her, oh, it's on Fox. So she goes and she goes, let me check it out. So all of a sudden I noticed that the new Flash trailer comes out. So now I'm in my room, just right here, like I am now, and I'm watching this trailer. And Tristan's talking to me. I'm trying to be quiet. Let me watch this, because I grew up. I'm a DC guy. I'm not Marvel. I'm a DC dude, and I enjoy Marvel movies. Comics, not so much. But watching this thing, Tati comes in. Oh, the Super Bowl's on. Come on. And I said, all right, wait a second. She kind of goes like, F you, dude. Like, what are you attitude for? What's up with you? I was like, because I'm trying to watch this. And Tristan's interrupting me. So anyway, as soon as she closed the door, it's at the spot where Michael Keaton goes, I'm Batman. And I go, yeah, you are. And I start going crazy because it's so epic. And, it's like, what the hell's wrong with this dude? One of the I cannot wait to see that movie. I had goosebumps, legitimately. Just brought me back to my childhood. So I wanted to ask you, because I talked to Dave earlier and I couldn't remember, Alex. I don't think, you were, I could be wrong on this, but I know a lot about you, like you know a lot about me, but I don't remember you really being in any comic books or being into any of that type of stuff. Are you into any of these? Is there a comic book character or genre or brand that you're interested in? Is it DC? Is it Marvel?
I used to love comic books. As I remember, I would read the comic section of my dad's newspaper. I would look for it every Sunday, just waiting for the comic book section. But growing up, it was always DC because I was a big Batman fan. I used to love Batman. As I gotten older, I appreciate more the movie making in Marvel because my favorite superhero became Iron Man. So I kind of switched there. But as a kid, I was DC all the way. And I believe the DC storylines are amazing. Now, don't get me wrong. Stan Lee is by far probably the best, top notch.
Of course.
So that you could always go, you can't go wrong either or. But as a kid growing up, I believe DC. But now, as I gotten older, I would take Marvel. Storyline, production-wise, everything to me is amazing.
Because people see the movies and not really looking at the comics. So, I think the best move, I was talking to Dave earlier, because Brett and Dave were kind of going at it. Dave and Brett are hosts of the Huddle Up and Wait podcast on our network. And they were going back and forth. And Brett has a Batman tattoo, and I'm a Batman guy. I'm a DC guy. I like, in regards of comic books and cartoons and growing up, and the movies, the Tim Burton movies, it's dark.
Yes.
Those were classics. Those were great. The best thing Marvel did was when they went to Disney, and Disney bought that out, and then Kevin Feige and turned it into what he did.
Crazy, dude.
Amazing. I think they've kind of slacked off a bit after the Thanos movie and Endgame. It's kind of dropped the ball a little bit. We'll see what happens with Ant-Man. But with DC, DC is just all over the place. Like they brought it up earlier today. We were talking about like Justice League, the original, the one that the original cut that came out wasn't very good. It was a lot of hype, but it was not good. The director's cut, Snyder cut, which aired on HBO, was amazing, which should have been. Tati's a DC, Marvel, X-Men. She loves X-Men. That's Marvel, so they're big into that. But I was never into X-Men. I was never into Spider-Man. I was always into Batman, with Kevin Conroy voicing it as a cartoon growing up, Superman, the Justice League, and then, of course, the comic books. Just love that stuff. So let me ask people in the comics, we know we're all excited about Keaton, but is it Marvel or DC? What is which one is better? And we can talk about movies, but overall genre, characters, the villains. I'm sorry. DC, Batman has better villains than whatever Marvel has. Marvel has Thanos. Cool. I love Thanos. I love what they did with him in that movie, but doesn't touch what DC has. Joker.
You can argue.
Darkseid, Doomsday.
You can argue that DC has the best evil comic of all times in the Joker.
Yeah,
we can say that. There's nothing that comes close to the Joker.
Absolutely. No, I don't think so.
So we'll give DC that.
Yeah, and what heroes? I'm sorry, Batman is
Batman was so cool, man. Batman was my favorite.
That was the thing about Batman. He was cool.
He was so cool, bro. He was so cool.
Vigilante,
just at night, work at night, everybody's sleeping. He'll take care of the city.
Creepy as hell. Witchboy can, Magneto, Venom. Oh, please.
You can tell Batman. If Batman grew up in a city, it was Hialeah. Because he did all his work.
Yeah, and you know what? That may have been it. You know, Gringo living in the dark. You know, no, just kidding. Love Hialeah. Love Hialeah. The DC has that psychotic dark side. Yes, they do, and that's why I like it. It's you know.
This is true. I gotta give it to Magneto. That's true. Control Metal and fuck you up. That is very true. That is very true, man.
Yeah, whoop de doo.
That's cool.
You know?
That's cool.
Can't kill Wolverine. No, keeps coming back. Yeah, woo. You know. Good thing I don't have a metal hip, like a hip replacement, because then he messed me up.
Oh, you're done.
Yeah, I don't have no metal. What is he gonna do?
And those fat man crawls.
Yeah, what is he gonna unzip my zipper? It's like, oh no, what did you do? You know, please. You know. God forbid you have braces, you're screwed, you know, but
by the mouth everywhere.
You know, I ain't worried about Magneto, dude. You know, but think about it. Dark Side, that dude was legit. Dark Side was scary, smart.
This is true. This is true right here.
Deadpool
to me now is the coolest superhero.
Because of the movies. Because of the movies. Like, come on, go back to the comics. You know, it's still Batman, whatever. Mr. X and Magneto are legit. You say that.
Have you heard the story?
Sounds like Mr. X.
Ryan Reynolds, the way he got Deadpool to be produced, that he actually got the money for Deadpool, that he leaked some of the, I think a version of like a little trailer. He leaked it himself because the studios wouldn't give him the green light to produce, to actually make Deadpool.
Really?
When you can't look at the interview, how Deadpool came to be. It
say
was released, leaked, and the internet went crazy for him. And they actually, Fox came back. I think, who was it that said?
Sony.
Sony. Sony came back and gave him the go ahead.
Yeah. What? What do you mean, Bobby? What? It's fact, you know. Did I say something bad?
Oh boy, what did you say?
Well, I said Mr. X. Mr. X and Magneto are legit. Sounds like a.
Oh, got you. That's okay.
Without saying guidelines, you know what I mean? Just.
I mean, we see movies that start like that.
Did you order pizza? No, I didn't.
Oh.
Boing.
Why don't you open up the box?
ABCD. Oh gosh, if there's extra cheese, you better put it back. Close the box. There's something wrong. There's something wrong, boy.
The baker's dozen.
Oh, I heard your brain talking. Yes, she knew.
This was an epic fail. Correct. This is an epic fail.
That's what I'm saying. But if you're talking movies, it's a different conversation. If you're talking movies, that's a different conversation. I'm talking in general, the brand, the characters, the villains, all that whatnot. DC tops Marvel, in my opinion. I mean, if you really lay it out there, you know, and even movies, I can't stand Captain America. I can't stand Captain America. He's a bag of douche. A bag of douche. I mean, that whole Civil War crap movie that he screwed Tony Stark, man, like for his one-armed friend. I mean,
that's
and once like I love you. You're like my bro. You know, you're my brother. I love you. One arm or not. If you're killing people and you're a douchebag and you're killed Tony Stark's mom, we're gonna have some beef. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, I have to put you away. I love you. I'll visit you. I'll visit you. You know.
It is.
I wouldn't let them kill you, but I gotta escape. What that's more than friendship. You got something going on, dude. What's up?
What are you doing?
What are you doing, bro? Is it that deep? I mean,
what's going on, man?
You haven't seen him for 100 years. All of a sudden, he means something to you.
Like,
okay. You know,
sure.
Tony Stark went to war with you. That dude like bled. He almost died a couple times. But you're always talking trash. Captain America sucks.
You're about to get canceled.
That's America's.
You see, thank God he said it. Because if I would have said that, I always say, "Oh, that's racist, Alex." You didn't say that.
Iron Man by far.
Yes.
Awesome.
Best one
love
ever.
Robert Downey Jr. Love Tony Stark's character.
And
love the story.
You can't find a more perfect actor for Iron Man than Robert Downey Jr. You can't.
No. And Chris Evans is great. You know, I'm not. You know, I just think that I did not like Captain America in the Marvel.
I just can't see him as Captain America because he was part of the Fantastic Four. So I cannot.
Shut the fuck up. Whatever, man. So, you know, whatever, dude. I can't stand Captain America. You know, and I don't like, and even now,
you keep repeating they're going to cancel our show about.
Whoa, Captain America. What, Marvel? Disney doesn't own Fitstock Sports Network? The hell? I ain't owned by Disney like everything else. The hell?
Oh, we gotta put Captain Hialeah. That's going to be our
Yeah, there you go. That's hard to. I'll draw that. Captain Hialeah, El Capitan Hialeah. Yeah, that's right. All day.
Well, remember in Hialeah there was this guy called Super Meng.
So
which
I'm
is
down with that. Let me just say, Dave, Deadpool 3 with Wolverine. I'm really looking forward to that.
Have you seen the commercials for that?
No.
Ryan Reynolds is sitting down and Hugh Jackman is walking up the stairs.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, I haven't seen an official commercial. Oh, yeah.
That was awesome, dude.
But yeah, no. Deadpool, Captain Crooked. That's awesome. Yes. Yeah, Hugh Jack. See, that's the difference right there. Like,
see, Captain
Tony Stark,
and he attacks at a medianoche, just like
Ryan Reynolds is perfect for Deadpool. Hugh Jackman is perfect for Wolverine. Keaton is perfect as the Batman. Downey Jr. is perfect as Stark, Iron Man. Your movies will always be great if you have the perfect actor. You know, what's his Tati and Dave might correct, or Magneto. Who played Magneto in the first movies? Classic actor, played Gandalf. I'm losing his name right now.
I don't remember. But now that we're in movies, Bob, I'll throw this out there to you. I'm very interested right now because obviously series, and now we're talking about these situations. The Bond series. I love James Bond movies.
Yeah.
Who do you think is the best one to take on? Because obviously they're kind of in a transition point.
Yeah.
Where they might want to go younger because now you're going to sign for maybe 3 to 4 films. So who do you feel right now is the best one to take over the Bond franchise?
Ian McKellen. That's right. Thank you, guys. Wow. You know, there's.
And whoever's listening can help us out too. Dave, Tati.
I'm going to say he just lost the Superman role. Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill.
I think he would be a perfect Bond. Young, has the look.
He seems too buff to be Bond.
Bond kicks.
You get me?
Bond kicks ass. What do you mean he's too buff? You know, I'm sorry. Who's the one? Gosh, I hate this. What's the guy's name who just played him right now?
Daniel Craig.
He don't look like he can whoop anybody's ass.
But that's the point.
Are you afraid of Daniel Craig? No. But if you look
at Pierce Brosnan.
Hey, that dude's a legend.
But he was amazing.
Yeah,
Sean Connery.
But that's believable. Sean Connery though. The way he talks kicks your ass.
He's not super buff. Like he looks like a secret agent. Secret agents aren't super buff. They're just secret agents, and they have a normal body.
Well, if you know better, then who? You asked the question. Who? Lin-Manuel? Who? Who are you gonna go with, bro?
William Levy. Just for my Cuban people. William Levy. Tate knows what I'm talking about. William Levy's Aladdin, James Bond. Your mother Trebek. I love that. I love Will Ferrell. Sean Connery. Oh man, I don't know American Bond. That makes a good point.
Yes. He is British. Henry Cavill is British. He's English.
He is British.
Yeah, so what are you talking about?
It's funny.
English is not her first language. She don't know what we're saying. She's just
Let's see. Let's analyze this. Any other option for Bond right now?
Well, they're saying Idris Elba. Okay, he's old. I want to go with him. He's old.
That's the thing. They want to go really young, or like in the 30s. Let me see. Well, there was supposedly they were talking about maybe even one that did Elvis, Austin Butler. Austin Butler. That's one option. And this is guy Timothy. Oh my God.
Chalamet.
What's his name? Chalamet. Yes. Yeah.
Aaron Tyler Johnson, I think, is really the one that they're looking at. I think he's the head.
Where's he from?
Idris Elba would be a good pick because he's a great actor.
He's amazing.
He's too old. You got to go young. Richard Madden. There you go. That's who I would say. Richard Madden. Played Rob Stark in Game of Thrones.
Okay.
He has a spy show on Netflix, a bodyguard show. I think it's called The Bodyguard, but great actor, very good young actor. I think Richard Madden would be. Whoa! I thought you said she was asleep. What the hell is she doing in the comments?
I thought she was asleep too. That is my wife making an appearance.
In the house?
Who are you people? I already forgot who we are. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's right.
Women. Young, and he was in Star Wars.
Yeah, I know who he is. Does he look too young though? Tom Holland's a good one.
Tom Holland's a great one, actually. Yes. But,
Tom Holland's a very good one.
I would like to fuck around, like if they do it, if they get like a midget for the role, like a little miniature James Bond, like call him Little Bond. Wouldn't that be fun? Like a midget. Why aren't there midget superheroes?
Hey! Said it like 3 times.
I'm sorry, vertically challenged. But wouldn't that be funny? Like everybody should have their own superhero. Like there should be, everybody should have their own. Like where you identify and you should have a superhero.
Shut up, dude.
You know? Like Cyclops. Oh my God, Cyclops! I forgot about Cyclops. I used to love Cyclops.
HR, that's right. HR.
Yeah, she corrects me a lot with.
They have Ant-Man.
What can you call him?
Ant-Man. I'm the
Hispanic white boy.
Oh,
Hispanic white boy looks like Duck Dynasty.
That's right. That's right. He fit perfectly for it. Don't use the M word. Oh, geez, come on. Okay, told you. Tati gets offended because Tati's short. She's like 4'8". So that's what
she's not. She's not an M. She's just short. That's not. You could be a short. You can. Can you be a? Can I call you a tall M?
A tall M, yeah.
Like what is a tall M? Like what's the size bracket?
I swear that chick gets short year by year. Every year I hear her say, "Oh," somebody goes, "How tall are you?" And she always goes a little inch shorter. You know, I used to think she was like 5'4", and then also no, it's 5'3", 5'2", 5'1". I'm like, what the hell's going on?
He keeps getting. Oh, that's my boy Ralph. Ralph, what's up? Hi, Papa. Actually,
Ralph in the house.
He's
there you go.
Hialeah boy. Yes.
There you go.
Yes, and actually, I gotta give it to you. Ralph invited me to a Higgin today, and I had to turn it down because I had practice today in school, and I was doing the show. So I miss you, buddy. I know it was a hell of a game. I think you went. I hope you went. We lost, by the way, by 4, I think. To the Nuggets, first place in the West. So
Hurricanes win basketball. There you go. Hialeah floated away.
North Carolina. Yes, dude. That's another thing. Canes 21-5. Canes are legit, man.
Hey, they are the basketball team for sure. You're allowed.
Sorry.
Stop judging me for my height. Bobby goes to Subway. Shut the hell up. Like, why go there though? Like, what's the point of coming at me like that? Because you're small.
Oh man, I mean, what can you expect out there? He goes to McDonald's and just orders a hamburger with ketchup.
I don't order a hamburger at McDonald's. I do not. That's not true. I order a 10-piece nugget, large with Coke and barbecue sauce or natural honey. That's what I do. So get your
That's
what I do. What?
Hey, one fun fact here. I used to love Taco Bell growing up. I still do. The first time I ever ate a quesadilla was a cold one.
It's your best friend Frodo and Sam, a hobbit. I love it. Damn right, Dave, all day. Get her.
The first time I ever
Rose
had a
before
quesadilla
Go ahead.
was at your house. It was almost like a frozen quesadilla because it was cold and it was there. And you guys had tacos that day or whatnot. And I came over to play. And you're like, oh, you want a piece of this? I'm like, what is that? I just saw something flat. And never in my life have I eaten something like this. Once I ate it, that's it. It opened up. I am 5'2".
Again, she gets shorter every year. It's ridiculous.
I think she
tricked me. I think what happened when we met, she was like, oh, I'm 5'4", and I was like, oh, great. And I was like, oh, that's not too bad. And then now she gets shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. It's like, what the heck's wrong?
Hey.
I'm 6'3".
He just tilts over. Actually, now that we're talking about this all weird, obviously, Bob, you know my whole life. You know I love some weird food. This is something that I used to eat as a child, and people always knocked it for it. But if you ever had a tuna sandwich, just make tuna with mayo, toast your bread, put grape jelly on the bread, and put the tuna on top with cheese. You're welcome. Enjoy it. Dave, try it.
That's what I was going to say. Dave, try it. Get back to us because I know damn well I won't do that crap.
No, man.
That does not mix.
Bob.
That doesn't
legit.
Mix. Like pineapple on pizza.
It just no. Oh, no. I'm there with it. I don't like hot pineapple.
Yeah. Or,
French fries
a beef patty with no bread, Jamila.
Oh,
it's not a freaking burger.
Yeah,
okay?
Yo, she missed last conversation.
Yeah, I know. So that's why I threw it in there just for her.
Dude, Ralph. Yes, we've done this. Dude,
hey, but our wives are in the comments. So let's talk about the word of the day, Alex. What's our word of the day? Can you post it up there first, please?
Absolutely. Give me a second. Let me find this.
Appreciate it. Thanks. Word of the day.
For
our gringo friends around the country.
Chismosa. Usually there's an age bracket. Usually older ladies, retired. kind of like the neighborhood watchdog, which is the original Cuban
Is it
grandmother.
Pendejo? Not yet, but it will be. It will be. Let's talk about chismosa. Yes, there is an age bracket. Usually it's older
Yes.
people, older
Older
women.
Cuban ladies, yes.
But
absolutely.
sometimes it's a 33-year-old Puerto Rican.
Yes, or a 34-year-old Dominican.
There you go.
That you could always do that.
You know.
Chismosa. There's different grades.
So what in English? What is Ralph? What is a chismosa, Alex? Give the translation.
Detailed description. Okay.
Well, first the translation.
Okay,
it's
the
gossiper,
translation
right?
of chismosa is gossiper, nosy. You're always in people's business when no one has given you any authority to be there. So you're just basically there all the time for no reason.
We'll get past. So, okay, now explain in Hispanic terms,
Yes.
Cuban terms, Puerto Rican terms, Dominican terms, chismosa.
Okay, chismosa. Basically, you can say es una metida, por ejemplo, right? Chismosa is like you have that person. For example, right now, modern days for modern day people, if you have your phone and you're texting, you have that person that's just there looking at your conversation or what you're doing. That's your modern day chismosa. If you're the old lady, is the one that's always talking about, oh, Fulanitos with this person, she's going out with him. Oh, look, she went out with 42 people. Look at him. That's another guy. That's a different car. Why is that car there? Who's there? What time did you get home yesterday? What were you doing? And these are our neighbors. They're retired. They're just, I'm telling you, it's the typical Cuban lady that doesn't change. The Cuban lady that wakes up, has the same bata casa. That's another word. Bata casa is what Cuban women wear around the house, older women. So they just bathe. They put a lot of talco, baby powder, drama y lama. Here we go.
So
I like that. The chismosa was the original Ring camera.
They go out to sweep.
Ring.
They go out to sweep. That's true. Yes, you hear something. You see the
a dry hallway.
Driveway. Yeah.
There's no leaves. They don't have trees. That's the one thing about Hialeah. Hialeah has to have the most concrete per capita in the world. People in Hialeah, when they think they made it big, their driveway becomes all concrete and a big ass boat that doesn't fit in their driveway.
What's crazy to me is that I could be talking to my wife face to face, having a serious conversation.
We're talking something else,
and she's zoned out. Yeah. No, she's zoned out. And I'll go, "What did I just say?" And this just happened recently. And she'll go, and she does this cute little face where she puts, and she tries to give me a kiss. No. What did I just say? But if we're in this room, and there's a conversation going 4 doors down, she can hear. She knows everything. Yep. And she knows everything. And then I'll ask her, "Oh, what's this?" And go, "Oh, well, so and so." And then their cousin that was from Puerto Rico, and then their brother went there. And I was like, "Where did you get all this?" "Oh, I just, it's like, it's amazing. It's like it should be a sport, in my opinion. We're talking sport. Yeah. It should be like, I think Patty might win. Patty would win a competition. She's that good.
You see, my wife is making a comment there that I'm the wife to her then, because.
Are you a chismoso?
No, I'm not chismoso. I just zone out. And it's not that I'm not paying attention. I'm paying attention to you. But when it's like overload, like I'll just zone out certain things. And I think every husband goes through this. I think people can attest, the husbands that are listening, you can attest or reach a certain point that you zone out certain things. And then the worst part is that you agree to these things and you don't recall agreeing to them. So this technically backfires on you. So I'm going to give a tip to all the people out there. It's like when you agree to something, make sure that at least within a second or two, you recognize what you're talking about. Because you'll agree to some shit that will come out a month later.
Or another thing would be about everything would be, she thinks she spoke to you and thinks you agreed to something.
Those are the worst
when ones. You never had a conversation about it.
Ones. Yep. She just had it in her head. Or with somebody
Wrestling
else.
Fans would know the song from Randy Orton. I hear voices in my head. They talk to me. That's my
Ralph makes a good point. This is why tomorrow's going to be more expensive, more chocolate. So we're getting this out of the way now. And then we'll make up.
When we're in a room with no one else around, literally, or standing in the bathroom with nothing else to get your attention, yes, I'm talking to you. I want your undivided attention. Why you're staring at me with your eyes?
Yeah,
your eyes.
And
both eyes looking at you, and I know though behind those eyes you're not there anymore. You've left me
at all. And
you're somewhere else over the horizon.
To me, when you're talking, if I'm doing something else and you're talking to me about something, most likely I'm going to zone out because I am doing something. I am doing something, right? But if the roles are reversed and you're telling them something and they zone out on you and you ask them, it's like, oh no, you're in the wrong either way because you didn't say that. I'm like, yes, I did. You weren't paying attention to me. But I have to pay attention to everything you're telling me. Like, I'm gonna forget a lot of things. But do you remember one thing I told you?
Remind me. That's what I say. Remind me tomorrow or text me when I'm going to. Don't tell me now and think I'm going to remember tomorrow or hours. Text me. You just told me a whole chapter book of what you wanted.
That's one thing. I give you bullet points. I just had to read a thesis statement and give you feedback and a review. So there's things that we're going to forget, but I am guilty. I am trying to improve in that aspect. So I'm sorry.
Oh gosh. So it's they've logged off. No, they're there. They're there, brother. Trust me, Ralph.
Trust me, Ralph. They're waiting.
This is copy, print.
Yeah.
Snippet.
Yeah.
Hit you with it later.
And the worst thing is now the whole world knows, so it's documented.
That's right. That's right.
So we got evidence.
So
if we don't make the next show, if we do not make
you have a motive
show,
right here. There's the motive right there. Dateline. Yeah.
They just started a podcast. They were never seen again.
Yeah, remember? I can't breathe. Just use the.
Hey, do you remember when we were chatting about talking to the kids in the park? I can't. And it's funny. I think that is something every man goes to, no matter what culture it is, because a lot of people think it's a culture thing. Like there's things that like you go through. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. This is a current one. This is actually. I did forget this. I'm guilty of this. Okay, tomorrow's Valentine's Day, right? Obviously, in elementary school, the school mom, like the room mom, builds up these little Valentine packages to give out to all the kids. Yeah, every kid was assigned something. My son was assigned pencils. Jamila goes out and buys the pencils. We send it to school. She always buys something additional to personalize to give to his friends. I know she does this. Obviously, last week we were just on a rush Friday, and it's like, oh Dad, I gotta take everything back, like to build the package. And I just saw the little cars that she had bought. Like she bought like 20 something cars for each kid, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, to build the package. I'm here thinking, oh yeah, it's just to go to school and build the package. It was actually for tomorrow. So she can dedicate per kid, per name, so my son could take it tomorrow as a Valentine's Day gift to the kids. Those things that were supposed to be tomorrow were given to the school on Wednesday, so now they're going to be part of the packet of the room mom being built. So my son's going to show up with nothing tomorrow for Valentine's Day, thanks to me. But technically, the kids are still going to get the cars, so the gift was still there. The intention wasn't, but the gift is still there. So in context.
We were just chasing around. I mean, our kids almost went away with nothing, but Tati I had to go to Target and then to Walmart. Tati went to Walgreens and all these other places because we waited till the last day.
To get candy?
They'll get the stupid little, will you be, those stupid little cards, that we all bought when we were kids. And now we realize what a freaking waste of money.
Do they still make those little hearts that taste like ass?
Oh yeah,
they still make those little things.
Yeah. We had they were around last year. We had a couple packs left. Tastes like crap.
Those are like your mom's candy, like the honey candies.
No, they're like what do you call it, Tums or they're a chalky piece of candy. But
those
this is
will be there.
We went to the last minute. We couldn't find nothing. But what Tot did, she bought some little bits of candies here and there. She bought Ziploc bags.
Oh man,
excuse me.
I felt this comment. To give my task cards tomorrow to the girls in Highly Elementary. That was our childhood right there, bro. Oh my god.
Those were the days, dude. Those were the days. Highly Elementary. You still remember the song? You still remember the song? Of course. It's at
hi, Aaliyah. Hi, elementary school. Teach us the things that we need to learn. You help us to grow. No, you help us to learn.
Elementary school. We really love you.
That was the ending.
I'm trying to remember the first part. It was something else. Whatever. Don't matter now. Oi, some kind of crap like that at the end. Chalky ass heart candy. That's right.
Chalky. I'm telling you, that was the candy. That was the candy in the bottom of your mom's purse.
That's right. Yeah.
You don't want anything. Like, Mom, do you have any candy? Oh yeah.
As your mom stands in the background and looks at you with a dirty face. So the word of the day is chismosa. We talked it over Chismosa. There was a lot of Chismosas on our street. You know, I remember all the grandmothers. I remember your beautiful grandmother, Maria, walking down the street. Used to bring the garbage cans.
Remember that she would walk, dude,
yes,
until she was like 90 years old.
Dude,
like
she was the healthiest.
Like 6 people's garbage cans.
Yes, she would do. You know, and I remember she used to stand talk to Daisy on the side there and to get all the info, and you know everybody would know everything. And that's how you knew what was going on in the street. The person across the street, Brandon's grandmother. You know, the Romo, everybody. You always knew what was going on because of them.
That is insane. You know, there's only like out of our group, I think only your family still lives in the original home. Oh, and George
Romo. Yeah, he still lives there. Yeah.
And Rolly's mom also next to George Romo.
I was wondering about them. I know you said the little Chihuahua. No, the Pomeranians. They weren't Chihuahuas. They're Pomeranians. Yeah. Loud dogs, dude.
Yeah, yeah. It was crazy, man. How we had. And do you remember? Segundo? When he had a stroke. He had a stroke on my communion day. He would pull up in his wheelchair just to watch us play basketball. My front door neighbor. Remember him too? Mm-hmm. It's crazy, man. It's funny how a neighborhood raises you, no matter what. Like it's a family.
I wish it could still kind of be like that, but now it's everybody to their own. You know, when you got to talk to a neighbor, it's kind of a problem. You know, it's like what happened. You know,
kind of like our society nowadays. Everybody.
It's just what it is. Everything. You can't trust your kids to go play in the street. Like dude, we used to play hide and seek at night. Hide in the alley behind the houses in front of us. Mm-hmm. We used to do all that stuff. You know,
cops coming by like, kids, go home, please.
Remember that? You used to tell us, go home. We used to walk, okay, you know, or we'd knock on people's doors and run. That was one of our favorite things. Alex would go home. You know, we're still out. It's late at night, you know, or later at night. And Alex goes home. And, you know, we out Nikki Harris and myself or whatever. You know, we go to his door. We're like. Start running. Stop it! You know, it's like you knew. It's like, oh crap! You know?
I remember I would typically wake up first, and we would always coordinate. You know, like who's gonna come on and play. So we would go over there, and I would knock on Bobby's window. There was always the window, and I remember I didn't have cable, so I would watch the drafts and all that through your window. Like we would open the window and we would all watch. We gotta find those. When we used to do our backyard wrestling, we almost died a few hundred times doing backyard wrestling, getting stuck on fences, myself included,
getting thrown
falling off the roof.
You remember that? Hey, there's a tape there. My parents still, my mother and my stepfather still have those tapes, and I know she has one. I have to find it, but there's a one where like. We used to go all out though. We used to have like a production. We knew who won.
We were legit.
We did the music.
The best. And
we'd wait for the ice cream truck to get those smoke bombs. You remember that?
Oh,
smoke bombs.
Smoke bombs.
And
candy cigarettes. I don't even think they sell that anymore.
No, I don't.
Candy cigarettes. You remember those?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, man, I smoked a few pack of those candy cigarettes growing up.
You sit on the. Just start chewing it as you. You know.
Oh. She was.
I grew up very different than you all. Yeah, I'm sure you were. Ralph coming in on. But yeah,
hey, man.
We used to do it, man. You remember, like, and we used to. Those were always fun, man. You got Alex was the bomb, and he kind of mimicked. His character was kind of the Rock.
The Rock, yeah.
And I was.
My finish was the Detonator.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was the immortal Robert Michaels, and I was like the cocky, you know, Ric Flair, Hollywood Hogan type, you know.
Yeah.
14-time world champion because I was just the best.
Yeah.
And
Nicky? I never thought about his character being molded.
Nicky had a lot. Nick had a lot of characters. He had X-Nick,
everything.
Mr. Furious, which was after
the
Mankind.
Still. He's like Mankind. He was all
Zabu, which is a play off Sabu. Harrison was Black Blade. We had the Romos. We had a good group of guys.
Harrison was always like the Hardy Boys. He was always like Jeff Hardy.
He would jump off the roof and land on the trampoline. He was the one who threw me off the roof, and I went down the other way. And Alex stopped halfway.
It wasn't drawn 14 times. He would write the storylines for himself. So he
Stop it. That's BS.
Times,
it wasn't 14 times writing anything down.
Who was the first ever undisputed
There were some names drawn. Stop it.
Yeah.
There were some name drawn. Remember the Royal. Hold on.
The
WWF ice cream bars. Yes. Those were awesome off the ice cream truck. But dude, come on! You remember the Royal Bash? We had everybody. We had that big pool in my house, and that wasn't drawn. That was legit. Throwing you out of the pool, and I was like, I won that. That was one of them. So it's legit. So don't talk trash. You know, I was the best. Just whatever. Whatever.
14 times.
14-time champion, bro. Whatever. Mortal and Robert Michaels all day. I'll go right now. Bad hip and all. I told my wife, "Sabes que? I go at it." George Lopez.
You look like Ric Flair out there right now, bro.
Yeah. I'll get your ass, bro.
Every time he gets body slammed, you just cringe. You're like, oh my God, is he gonna get up? Is he alive?
That last match was
dude. It's like you gotta know when to stop, man.
Yeah, for sure. He has a belt. Yeah, I know. I would open up this right now. If I could find the belt. I got it somewhere. I still have the mark when we hit it in the head. It still has a mark on the. I gotta take a picture of that thing. That thing's been around for years. If you don't have a picture by it now. Oh gosh, I love doing this damn show. It's so much fun. You guys are watching East 10th Street Boys on the Fitz Talk Sports Network. Like, subscribe. As the awesome, incomparable Steve Malloy, share with your friends, your family, your neighbors, your cousins, your brothers, your mothers, whatever. All and above. We appreciate you. But it's just so much to talk about. But of course, we got a whole. I'm not a bully. Alex,
Chokeslam is because of me. It's true. Ralph would destroy Willie's furniture, chokeslamming him through his bed. He's not a bully. He just cares about him. I'm not a bully. I just care about your well-being and your future.
No, not just the like button, Dave. Like and subscribe, Dave Stager.
Create different profiles. Subscribe with different profiles. Like with different profiles. We don't care. Right. We want robots. I don't mind if you're a robot. You identify as a robot. Like our show. Subscribe to it. I don't care.
Don't start the Don't do it. Don't start the You'll have something popping up in.
There you go, asshole. Yeah.
What?
We used to trade video games, and there was a time when I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was when I was off to middle school or high school. I forgot when it was. That I didn't see Ralph for like a year or two because I was going to a different school. And the last thing we traded, it was my NBA Jam 2000 with Chris Webber. It was red for N64. And we did the trade. I was already tired of playing it. And he said, "Oh, Alex, can I have it?" And I'm like, "I'll give you Star Fox." And I'm like, "All right, cool, yeah." And I thought it was going to be for a weekend. I still have Star Fox. I never saw my NBA Jam game again. Never.
Classic game.
And I never became a pilot. So.
Chris Webber. He's playing it right now as he's talking.
He's playing it right now, and
I don't have it.
And it got stuck, so he just removed it. He's like,
"That's
put it back." Remember that shit? Kids don't even know, man.
Kids don't even know, bro. Just softly, or blow it harder just to get it, and get the dust to come out.
People remember CDs and getting alcohol to clean the CD.
Kids
don't know. Kids don't know. They're like, "Oh, mom, this doesn't work. Why is it not loading? The Wi-Fi is too slow." Just relax, okay? Alex Jr., calm down.
Relax.
First class problems. Yeah. First world problems.
Mom,
the Wi-Fi's too slow.
Damn, what the hell is I had something now. We were talking about outside, talking about I had the story about Nick, but I'm gonna hold that. I'm gonna wait for Nick to actually come on the show one of these days to talk about the side of the house thing. My mother was talking to me about it recently, and I was like, "Oh, that'd be a great topic," but I'm gonna wait.
Which one? Oh, okay.
I'm gonna kill you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna wait on that.
I love you, Nick. I love you.
I want to wait. That's a great story.
We gotta have him on.
No, Nick is fucking Nicky. Sorry, Nick's kicking butt, man. He's kicking ass. We're doing what he's doing. He's on the Norwegian cruises. Releasing music. He performs as Elvis on the $1 Million Quartet on the Norwegian cruises. He has a beautiful wife from Italy. He's doing really well, but I would love to have him on because we have a lot of fun stories to talk about.
Bob, right? This was perfect. Favorite kid cartoon, gents. Oh,
mine's, I like the classic.
Mine was Woody Woodpecker. I used to love Woody.
I like the Looney Tunes, man. My favorite. I had a lot of them, but my favorite kids cartoon. What's it called?
Gargoyles.
Flintstones.
I used to love Gargoyles.
Scooby Doo. Tom and Jerry. Those were my favorites. But in regards to favorite childhood shows,
El Chavo del Ocho. You remember those, Bob?
Chavo del Ocho.
El Chavo del Ocho. You don't remember those shows?
Remind me.
Univision.
Oh, the Freakazoid.
My jams.
Beavis and Butthead.
Red and Stumpy. Beavis and Butthead. Pinky and the Brain. The Pinky.
Did anybody like
the brain,
Recess?
brain. I used to love Recess.
Well, Dragon Ball
used to
Z
love
for
those
sure. I mean, that's teenager. I think younger teenager.
There you go. There you go.
Pokemon.
El Chavo del Ocho.
El Chavo.
El Chavo.
There was another show that wasn't a cartoon, but it was that I used to watch a lot when I was a kid because of Daisy. It was the guy, the old man in the bug outfit.
That's him. That's a Chavo.
Is that him? Oh, well, there you go.
Yes,
oh, there you go.
yes.
It's not a cartoon though.
Yeah,
Come on,
it is.
now.
It's a cartoon when he
Power Rangers. That's what I was gonna say, Ralph. So other shows that aren't cartoons, the Power Rangers,
Thundercats,
Pee Wee Herman. I used to watch Pee Wee.
Sailor
that was when I was very young. But Power Rangers when it first came out.
Oops.
What happened?
You don't watch Sailor Moon?
Sailor Moon.
I
watched
Sailor Moon. I used to watch
not
Sailor
like
Moon,
you.
They were sexy. Bro.
That's different. I would see Sailor Moon, but I was like, I gotta go watch Sailor Moon. I'll talk to you guys in half an hour, maybe 15 minutes if I'm left alone.
I'm gonna go shower.
That was a 3-hour shower after Sailor Moon. It was like damn, Alex.
Arthur Quailman.
That's
remember Quailman superhero was underwear out.
Dude,
there was so many. Those are so many. Like I feel.
I watched the hell out of Sailor Moon. Yes, I know. The actor who played Pee Wee got in trouble for doing what he. Yeah. But still, that's what I watched him when I was a kid, and then it was. I remember when Power Rangers first came out. I saw that first episode. I remember it was when my mom and my father were still together in Coral Springs. This was before Alex and I were friends, and it was. I remember that episode, and
yeah, it's true. It was
well,
Doug.
now, looking back on it, back then I used to have the doll and everything. But now watching it, if you turn on a Pee Wee Herman show, it's creepy as hell.
Yeah,
it was creepy as hell. Crazy, I mean, everything was just weird. But still,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna
hide about it.
I never. No,
Barney.
I was about to say
Barney, I
Barney.
love you.
But I did used to watch Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers, yeah. But Barney, I watched more. Barney, I was more into when growing up.
You actually watched Barney?
I did. When I was a kid, young, like a little kid.
Oh,
not like in my teenager. Alex, I can't play ball. I'm watching Barney.
Hey, I had his poster in my room once I was like 15 or 16. Paper, Sesame Street.
Oh,
Sesame Street was a Cookie Monster, Count Dracula. I remember. Used to love.
Mr. Rogers wasn't creepy though. No, I wouldn't say he was creepy at all.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't creepy.
No, he was like. But you know who I liked more? What? Barney was lame.
That's when the Big Bird was green. That was the Spanish version. Instead of Sesame Street, it was Plaza Sésamo.
I didn't know that. I didn't know there was a Spanish version. That's funny. Que pasa,
Abelardo. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Now, Rafi, see, Full House. Now you're just going into shows because I remember.
Yeah, see, that's shows. But I used to watch a lot of I watched Family Matters, but Fresh Prince. But I'm like an old soul. You know, I loved watching All in the Family, The Jeffersons, Sanford and Son, Happy Days, Golden Girls,
Elizabeth. The big one
coming, honey. I used to watch all those, dude. I could watch All in the Family just over and over again. It's still funny and one of the best shows. The Jeffersons,
different strokes,
different strokes. You know, damn. It's just classic moments. You know, Nick at Night. That's what it was, Ralph. Nick at Night. I would watch all those shows, dude, and I didn't care. Like, you know, the Golden Girls, you can judge me all you want. That is legit. They were funny as shit, show, dude.
They were funny as shit.
I'm watching George Lopez right now. That's what I'm watching right now. I used to watch George Lopez used to come out at 2 or 3 in the morning. He used to wake me up at night. You left the TV on, you'd hear that whole dum da da dum, you know, dun da da, you know, you'd always hear that same theme. But yeah, I'm watching him again, dude. I just think he's hilarious. Even though now he got some fire on him. George Lopez is there's like a cancel culture coming at him now.
For real?
Yeah, because he has his own podcast, and he kind of threw a young comedian on the bus, saying, you know, we shouldn't take care of each other. You know, I shouldn't look out for him. I paved the way for me. I'm not worried about paving no way from him, and something like that. And you know, people got on it, but who cares, dude? Let everybody have an opinion, dude. He didn't say nothing bad except for who gives a crap.
Everybody is getting offended for absolutely everything. Right?
Yeah, leave it alone, dude. We're gonna cancel out. And then of course now, what's that? Paul Rodriguez. I think that's his name. The comedian.
Wow, Paul Rodriguez, man.
You remember him?
Name in a while,
and oh my goodness, the guy who played in Chips. Can't believe I'm forgetting his name.
He's Animaniacs.
Oh, Animaniacs. Batman. We talked about Batman earlier.
Boom, boom.
Batman WB. Yes. Kevin Conroy. The Power Rangers.
The
Remember
WB
when
Dino,
like
man.
Power Rangers where they destroyed the command center? That was one of the craziest episodes where
Oh,
I
you're
was like,
talking about the movie?
no,
Oh, one
not
of the
with
episodes?
Oz. I know, or
Oh,
Ooze,
okay,
Ivan
okay.
Ooze. I'm talking about when Lord Zed sent down. See, that's how I
Yeah.
remember. See, that's where childhood memory coming out. I remember he sent it was Rita's brother, I think, in Goldar, and they planted bombs all over the command center, and they blew it up. And I remember it was like the Power Rangers tried to save it, and you see it blow up, and then Zordon and Alpha 5 are gone. And I remember it was like a traumatic episode. So that brought back a memory.
Dude.
Paul Rodriguez,
and
he doesn't like George Lopez. He hates George Lopez. They have beef, and so does the guy. I'm thinking of his name from Chips.
Eric Estrada.
He hates George Lopez.
And George Lopez hated like Eric Estrada.
Yeah, they hated each other. They hate each other.
They didn't say hi to him and wasn't cordial with him. It's funny how these comedians always carry that with them, no matter what. But I love George Lopez. I mean, I understand the whole situation when he got divorced with his wife and how that all played out. I understood that he took a massive hit, and when Conan went over to TBS and they kind of slid him back, which was funny, one of the executive producers of Lopez Tonight and the one that gave him the shot for George Lopez was Sandra Bullock.
Yes.
She's the one that greenlighted.
She's on the show.
Conan.
She appears a few times on there. Yeah, she's a producer, executive producer. I like that show, man. It's on the Peacock channel. Peacock.
Conan the Barbarian. Man, there was Jesus Christ.
Man, we could go all day.
So many good shows, bro.
Go all day. But one thing I was going to say very quick, because this is what happens when you're having fun. You're just talking. This is how it is. It's the same thing as sitting on the front board. What I just wanted to say was that one of my fun memories was where we would every day, after school or on the weekend, we go play ball. We play street baseball. We play football or play basketball at Alex's house.
Everything.
Cena the Warrior Princess. But basketball for sure. And I mean, we used to have all the type of stuff, but we'd play game after game after game. And after a while, I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna go get some tea because I drink iced tea. They used to make the Lipton iced tea in the little thing. And I'm gonna go drink some tea. All right, bro, I'll see you later. And go in the house, watch the TV. And, I'm like, I'm not going back. I'm gonna chill out.
Yeah, but the worst part he would tell you is
I would lock
back like in an hour. I'm like, all right, cool. I will go eat and wait an hour. And I'm like, damn, where's Bobby? He told me he's gonna be back in an hour.
What I would do, Alex would come, he'd knock on the front door. I wouldn't answer. I'd be like hiding in the room. I was like, nah, I'm done, dude. I'm done. I want to.
I'm done.
And so this what Alex do now. Remember, Alex is like family. Dude could go wherever the hell he wants. So what does he do? Opens the gate, goes to the backyard, goes to my bedroom window because we had a gate that won't let. And he would go up and knock on the window. Bobby, come on, Bobby. I'm like, no, man, hold on, man. No, bro, you said come on. And then what do we do? Then my mom goes, is the door locked? Walks up, opens the front door. Here we go. Here. Opens the bedroom door. Come on, bro. What are you doing? Hell, all right. Here I go.
You told me an hour. Come get you.
You would not. And it it wouldn't be like, I understand. No, you're tired. You're all right, bro. No, it was like, no, dude, you said 1 hour, dude. Let's go.
And Bobby was either iced tea or like chocolate milk in the middle of the day. That was the fun part. Like out of random, like 3 o'clock, steamy, 90
What's
degrees.
wrong with chocolate milk at 3 o'clock? I don't
Chocolate
get it.
Milk is like, why are you, bro? What are you doing?
Corn dog with chocolate milk? There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Corn dog. Oh my god, I used to love corn dogs.
Corn dog with chocolate milk, man. Whatever.
Corn dog. And that's underrated food. One of the episodes I want to talk about lunch. Elementary lunch.
See, Alex is loud. Like if cross-Atlantic communication was never invented, that's pretty good.
She says this, but I don't hear myself talk so loud. I'm talking pretty. I'm on my.
Well, you're Hispanic, so you're naturally loud.
Natural.
It's what it is. It's
But one thing, Bob, that I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but underrated school lunches back when we were in the day. I'm talking about fried chicken day with mashed potato, corn. Because I see my daughter tells me the same things that like school lunch now sucks, and I'm like, really? Like I don't remember school lunch ever sucking. I used to love grilled cheese day. Yep. Pizza days obviously were the best.
Pizza. Yep.
We had
mini corn dogs
day, and the little ice cream, the fudge bars, ice cream, like the mixed ones that you could buy for 25 cents. And there was no. I can still remember.
And if you were lucky enough to get a little early to school to get breakfast, that was the shit. That was awesome.
And I remember I would walk. Sometimes I would barely have like 5 minutes to eat lunch because you would walk around. And there was always this asshole or like this asshole lady, whatever, it's a woman. Like you will walk, hey, are you going to eat that? No. Can you give it to me? No. Why? I'm going to throw it away because, fuck you. I'm like, wait, what? Why are you gonna throw away perfectly good food? So I would walk around always asking for food, just walking around. Then you sit down, you had like 3 plates of mashed potato, a bunch of corn overflowing your plate.
Man, Alex, I know you ate at home, dude. When you going around asking people for food,
I mean, I'm telling you, bro.
that's like my father-in-law. My father-in-law's like that, dude. He'll
I
eat
used
everything.
to love school lunch, bro. I don't know why people are like, even you know one thing.
Alex punched me from my.
I did not.
We gotta get Ralph on the show, dude.
Do you remember book bag fights? Ralph, I know Ralph remembers this. Book bag fights, because we talked about this. And I'll bring it up for next show. There was a thing called book bag fights when we were in elementary school and middle school. No, elementary, most elementary. A lot of whiteouts were popped. A lot of tapes were popped in our schools. A lot of pen popped in our book bags. So, book bag fights. It was legit.
Fights. So there you
I
go.
lost 3 Jansports and 1 Power Ranger. See, I'm telling you, man.
There you go. There you go.
Ooh, yes, the square pizza, and I used to love the corner one. That was a little extra burnt. Oh man,
the square pizza, garlic pizza. Yep.
Oh my God,
that's what I'm saying, dude. And you'd always look at the calendar and say, "What can I have?" Oh, they're gonna have this today.
Yep. Oh,
I got grossed out though.
Feels Day when you would buy Airheads, the popsicles.
Yep.
Oh my God, that was life, bro. That was life.
Those were the days. Those were the days. All right. So, you might not make it past the night. Looks like she is saying it's past your bedtime, so we're not going to leave you too much because she knows. You see, it's 10:58. Yeah, it's 11 o'clock right now where Alex is down in Miami, Doral. So he has to take his 3 hours. Alex is going to take his 3 hours. Yeah.
This is the epitome of like, it's not even calling you anymore. Is that you're just like, are you done, bro? Like, that's it? Is it done? Yeah.
Wrap it up. Hey, I will go on for another hour. Don't, calm the hell down. Talk for, dang well. Because she wants to do her 2-hour shower, which is just standing outside the damn door watching the shows and then jumping in,
And the water's just running.
Just take your damn hoe bath and get out. What are you doing? All right, let's wrap it up.
Let's roll. Yeah.
Let's roll. All right, Alex, any final words? Not because you said it. We were already going to do it. We were going to do it. So just think. And I know she's outside that door. As soon as I turn the show off, I'm getting my ass kicked. But that's all right. I'm not worried. I ain't worried about the little M out there. Chicken nugget days.
That's true. Ooh, the taco heart.
Dave seems like a guy who would take it hard or soft in regards of tacos.
Oh.
Tacos.
Oh, tacos? Okay.
They go, you want your tacos hard or soft? Because I like it either way. Hard or soft. I'll take it.
As long as there's
real, man. You're damn right, Ralph.
As long as there's meat inside.
All day. ABCD. I'm concerned.
Meat.
Alex, after we're done, I'm so sorry, babe.
I'm so sorry, babe. I promise next time it's only going to be an hour. I'll be done by 10.
I ain't worried about it. I'm talking about talking trash. I will go on for another 2 hours. I don't give a damn. No. All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. This is East 10th Street Boys. Smash that like and subscribe button. We appreciate you.
Alex, we hear. We hear. Just if you stop messaging, we'll be done. Any final words, Alex? No, not really. Just this is very relaxing, and I hope people enjoy it as much as we enjoy doing this. And the more people tune in, we would love to have guests on. Tell us the same things about your childhood, where you grew up. It doesn't have to. Obviously, we grew up in 10th Street. Wherever you grew up, share those memories because it's the best. It's the best time of your life.
Absolutely.
And there's always that part that every time I see that picture and I remember, it's like when you see like a bunch of bikes lined up, and he's like, there was that one last time that you guys played all together, and you didn't realize that always gets
I've seen that
because it's
that
true.
That hits.
And I've talked
when you don't even. That's what messed up. You go.
Yeah.
There was a time where you put your stuff away, or you went home for one, and then you didn't realize that was the last time you were going to do that.
And that is such a part of you that as we grow old and you have your own families and you move across the country, you always take that part with you wherever you go. And it's like a seed, and you just water it, and that is your whole life. That becomes the basis of your life. Absolutely. And it's just beautiful to share with everybody.
Absolutely.
From my bed, from my living room. Just hanging out.
Yeah, that's right. And we'll probably back here. But let's just say, Ralph, appreciate you coming in, man. Love you. Good to see you. Tati, of course, always Dave, Evan, Steve, Rob, Jamila. Love you. We are. We're saying goodnight. Just saying, talk to y'all soon. She's talking like that, but then she just sent me another Instagram video of she got this little, she can't do it to her husband, so she sends it to me, and then I gotta watch these videos. And it's like, oh God, what is she doing in my life? I gotta losing freaking.
And the best thing is she tells me,
news.
I just send Bobby this, and then she'll send it to me via text.
I always say it. I go, it's not, hey, how are you? How's it? It's a video, and she knows what she's doing. That's what's called the gray hairs. If Tati won't do it, Jamila will. But that got me sold. All right, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Like, subscribe. Fins up.
Hallelujah.